it's Nina from VRFocus, joined by...
Julian Price from vTime.
So for those of us, or for those of you who don't know what vTime is, do you
Yep.
want to do a quick brief
Sure.
explanation of what it is?
So vTime basically is a sociable network. It's not a social network. Those are asynchronous things like Facebook and that sort of stuff where you post and I come later and everything else. vTime is about the now, it's about the moment, it's about meeting. So represented as an avatar that you build yourself to represent yourself. You meet up with your friends and family from wherever they are in the world. But vTime is a very, very intimate experience in the true sense of the word, as we're doing now. So we sit very closely together, we can look into each other's eyes. It's a very personal, very intimate, very safe and friendly environment of a sociable network where you can make friends, you can join up with your friends and family from wherever they are in the world, get together, and best of all, it's free. It's free to use and free to download.
So tell me a little bit about what you were showcasing here today and why it's important.
So we've got two major announcements that we've been making here. First is a new partnership with Jaunt. So we're going to be bringing Jaunt content into vTime. So you're going to be able to socialize with your friends and family in a multi-user experience whilst enjoying and watching Jaunt content. The second partnership, which is where you've just met us here, is with DTS, one of the world's leading audio technologies. And we're working with them on a really innovative set of solutions that they have for audio in virtual reality. We strongly believe the simple fact that audio is half the experience in VR, and if you're really going to want to create great immersion and great presence, then your audio has to be as good as your visual. DTS believe that too, and we've worked together very hard to create a really different, new, innovative, and also very presence-inducing soundscape.
I think that's incredible, and it's also particularly quite good because when we tried it out, you were on a Samsung Gear.
Yeah.
I was on a Windows mixed reality headset,
Yeah.
and Peter was on an Oculus Rift.
He was.
So on what platform is vTime available on?
So we're on all of those platforms, as you just named. We started on Gear VR, but since then, vTime is now available on Gear VR, on Cardboard, on high-end Android phones. We're also on Cardboard for iOS, so for all Apple devices from the 5S upwards. We're on the Rift, and we're on the Daydream, and on Google Daydream. So, and this coming year, we'll be announcing a lot more platforms, both existing platforms, but also the newer platforms, the 6 Degree of Freedom headsets that we all know are coming this year, the standalone devices. We're going to be on all of those. Our main ethos with vTime is to be truly cross-platform, so that whatever device you're on, you're able to meet with your family and friends, chat, share, and enjoy all of these experiences.
Social VR is what everyone has been waiting for, and they're really looking forward
Yeah.
to it. But I'm just curious, as a company, if it's free,
Yeah.
how are you making money?
We're not, and that's a simple answer. We're not at the moment. And the reason we're not at the moment is for a reason mostly out of our control, which is there aren't enough users in the world. But what we're dedicated to doing is producing a really high quality experience. We're well funded into the future, and we accept that for the next year, 2 years, it really is all about building our user base, building our reach, getting out there, listening to our consumers, listening to what they want, developing these features, and then sure enough, the money will come. For us, it's not about rushing to generate money today, because that would lead to a subpar experience. We've seen several social VR apps out there over the last few years that have tried very hard to commercialize themselves. There isn't the audience, and they've fallen by the wayside. So we're not going to join that race. We're all about quality and about building the user base.
What is it about sort of spatial audio that works with vTime? Is every experience that's in there, does that have DTS?
Yeah, it does, absolutely. DTS runs now throughout, or will when it launches in a few months' time. It runs through the whole product. It's in every scenario. And the reason we want to do that is that we believe our secret sauce, the thing that really makes us different, the thing that makes us stand out, is this really genuine feeling of presence. And we've achieved that already. But to make it better, to make it even more compelling, to make it even more realistic, the audio is really important, and our sound designers and sound engineers at vTime have wanted for a long time to be able to do stuff. There are lots of very good spatializers out there, lots of good technology. But by working with DTS, what we've been able to do is to deliver a kind of presence-inducing audio, which is not just about spatialization, but it's looking at how we use ambisonics, it's looking at how we create that feeling of environment that genuinely convinces your ears as well as your eyes. And any film director, Hollywood film director, will tell you that it's easy to fool the eye in an edit, but it really isn't easy to fool the ear. The technology that DTS are bringing into vTime allows us to get much closer to reality, less of the uncanny valley stuff, and the ability to be even more immersive. So that's why we've done it, and we're really proud to have built it in.
Just to quickly touch on the legality aspects of, I mean, if we are watching a film and it has been released in America, but it hasn't been released in Europe, I can imagine that is the most difficult legal
Frankly, it's 100 times more challenging than the technical aspects of it. So all of this stuff about distribution, about legal rights, about IP rights and everything else, these are things that are very, very challenging. But they're things that equally, as much as we want to be able to do that and the consumer wants to be able to do that, they're also things that the studio and the rights holders and everything else recognize has to be solved. You know, if we go back, maybe 5, 10 years, if I'd have said to you, I've got this really great idea, I'm going to stream every music track that was ever made, and you're just going to pay like, you know, $9.99 a month, you'd have laughed at me, and the music industry would have laughed at me. But they all realize they have to move. They have to move forward. You can't carry on. And they built a framework around all of the streaming services that allow them to do that. I'm absolutely convinced that as virtual reality and augmented reality as well, as these technologies become ubiquitous, that the content owners, the IP rights holders, will have to learn to adapt. We will have to learn to compromise and find ways to achieve all of that. But yes, the honest answer is, it's more challenging than the technical side of it, but we'll do it.
You mentioned augmented reality.
I did.
What is it that you're going to be doing with vTime and augmented reality? How can they cross over? Because the idea of virtual reality is about moving to another space. Augmented reality is about building on what you're around. How does that work?
Well, the best answer I can give you is to ask me the question in 6 months' time, when I can tell you the answer.
So you're working on something?
We are working on something. We're working on something we believe to be very different and very revolutionary. I completely agree with you that as we stand today, virtual reality is all about when you want to go somewhere and be totally immersed. Augmented reality is when you want to bring other things into your current world. However, we believe we have a solution which is what we've learned from our consumers is what they really want to do.
So is there a website that we can go to find out more about what you're doing?
There is. You can visit our website, which is vtime.net. And you're welcome to do that. Of course, if people really want to understand what we're doing on all of those platforms I've already named, download it. Do it now. It's free. It's free to use.
For now?
For now. No. The core product will always be free to download and free to use.
And head over to VRFocus.com if you want to find out more about virtual reality.
Do that.
And I will see you there.